Freedom ain't given by oppressors, it's taken clear by the oppressed who refuse to accept their chains here anymore. Who rise up, who organize, who fight. Freedom is seized, not granted, that's right. No oppressor in history ever freely gave power to those they try to enslave. Freedom is rest from their grips by force, by resistance, by rebellion, that's the course. History teaches us over and over again. Freedom ain't given, it's taken by men and women who refuse to bow, who refuse to break. Freedom is something you take, not something you ask for politely with please. Freedom comes when oppressed seize they power, they rights to humanity back. Freedom ain't given, it's taken as fact. Waiting for oppressor to grant you freedom is foolish. They'll never be that coolish to give up power willingly, peacefully quiet. Freedom requires a right, yeah. Freedom ain't given by those in power, never. It's taken by the oppressed who sever the chains through resistance, through refusal to comply. Freedom ain't given, it's taken or you die trying it. That's the only way liberation comes. Freedom ain't given, it's won through struggle, through sacrifice, through blood and pain. Freedom is breaking the chain, yeah. Yourself not waiting for master to unlock it. Freedom is in your pocket when you decide to take it by any means. Freedom ain't given, it's seized. Slaves didn't get freedom cause Lincoln was kind. Freedom was taken, organized, refined through rebellion, through escape, through resistance shown. Freedom ain't given, it's grown from seeds of refusal, planted in oppression soil. Freedom comes through the toil of those who refuse change, who fight and resist. Freedom ain't given, it exists only when oppressed take it forcefully back. Freedom ain't given, that's fact. Colonized people didn't get independence gifted. Freedom was taken, shifted, power through armed struggle, through organization. Freedom ain't given, liberation comes when oppressed refuse to accept anymore. Freedom is open door by kicking it down, not by knocking polite oppressors. Never surrender power freely, they hold it dearly. Freedom must be ripped from their controlling hands. Freedom is in the plans of those who refuse to wait for permission. Freedom ain't given by oppressors, goodwill is taken by those who still refuse their change, refuse their place, refuse their fate. Freedom ain't given, it's great. Power seized by the powerless who organize strong. Freedom ain't given all along, it's been taken by those who's brave enough to fight. Freedom ain't given, that's right, it's conquered word, it's claimed, it's seized by force. Freedom is the course, charted by oppressed who refuse to accept. Freedom ain't given except when taken by revolutionaries who won't comply. 80s freedom wasn't given by France peacefully, it was taken militarily by enslaved Africans who refused their chains. Freedom came through the pains of revolution, of warfare, refusing to submit. Freedom ain't given, it's lit by fire, rebellion by those who choose death over slavery's breath. South Africa's freedom wasn't given by apartheid, it was taken nationwide by organized resistance by those who refuse. Freedom ain't given, it's users, weapon by oppressed who seize their own destiny. Freedom ain't given, you see it clearly when you study every liberation won. Freedom ain't given, it's done by those who take it, who refuse to wait. Every civil right wasn't given generously, it was taken militantly by those who marched, who organized, who fought police. Freedom ain't given the least on our humanity, brings it from above. Freedom came through the love of justice that made people risk everything they had. Freedom ain't given, it's sad. Gotta teach this lesson repeatedly still. Freedom requires a will, take it to Caesar to fight for what's yours. Freedom ain't given, it pours some blood of those brave enough to rebel. Freedom ain't given, you tell me one time oppressor freely gave up control. Freedom is the goal, achieved only through struggle, through resistance shown. Freedom ain't given, it's grown through organized people refusing their chains. Freedom comes through the pains of taking it back by any means necessary. Freedom ain't given by masters willingly, it's taken by those who see the change clearly and refuse to accept. Freedom ain't given, except through struggle, through sacrifice, through organized might. Freedom ain't given, it's right. You gotta take it, you gotta seize it, you gotta fight. Freedom ain't given tonight, tomorrow, ever until you rise up and claim it. Freedom ain't given, the game is rigged, so you gotta flip the whole board. Freedom ain't given, it's stored in your collective power when you organize.